Brain fog. Hello there. Today, I'm going to talk about brain fog. What is brain fog? Brain fog is not categorized as being a medical condition, but is a general term for occurrences that change or tamper the ability to think clearly. And all of the things you want in life vanish. Brain fog affects everyone to some extent, but it affects certain individuals nearly entirely. So today we're going to speak about how to get rid of brain fog and reclaim your life. The very greatest strategy to stop brain fog is to first understand what the brain requires and then to offer it. So that's what we're going to discuss. The word brain fog is not exact. It's simply a broad term for when individuals have low energy, difficulty concentrating, or feel drowsy or fatigued. And if you go to a medical doctor and say you believe you have brain fog, he could comprehend what you're saying, or he might say no, there isn't such a thing because it's not a particular medical illness. However, you must inform him that you feel you have diagnostic code R41.0.9, which contains undefined symptoms and signs concerning cognitive function and awareness. After you've educated him, he'll be able to give you a prescription, be paid, and you'll feel better for a day or two. Alternatively, you may pay attention to what we're going to discuss in this video and fix the issue. Naturally, the first step is to understand what the brain does. And the simple answer is that it processes a lot of information, some of which is related to your fundamental five senses, which are sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, but your awareness extends far more than that. As a result, you are aware of gravity, pressure, temperature, humidity. And for other individuals, it extends well beyond the strictly physical, to the point where they can feel the mood of someone entering into a room even if they are not looking at the person. So our nervous system processes a lot of information, including thinking and conscious cognition. However, it accounts for around 1/1,000,000th of all information processed by your brain and neurological system. And, in order to absorb all of this information, the brain employs a variety of modalities. Electrical current is the most powerful of these techniques. As a result, it sends electrical impulses along set paths known as your peripheral nerve. However, your nervous system also employs substances such as molecules, which include neurotransmitters and hormones. Neurotransmitters are molecules that pass from one synapse to the next at the nerve ending, while hormones or other chemical messengers are discharged into the bloodstream to impact larger tissues. However, your body also possesses an electromagnetic system and a biophoton system. So electromagnetic is part of your acupuncture system, where chi flows through electromagnetic meridians in the skin. There are also biophotons, which are light particles in your body. And one reason laser works as a treatment is because of this. The cold laser is light with certain frequency. And if we didn't have receptors to process it, the laser wouldn't be able to accomplish much. And what does the brain need to process all of these modalities? What are the brain's physical requirements? And the first is energy, and I say steady energy because if you have energy that fluctuates between high and low, your brain will operate part of the time and not others. And in order to produce energy, your body needs fuel, which includes calories, fat, and carbs. And in the case of the brain, ketones, but it doesn't end there because it doesn't become a calorie until it can be oxidized, and it doesn't become energy until it can be burned with oxygen. Furthermore, you cannot burn that fuel without enzymes, which are reliant on nutrients such as vitamins and minerals. But now that all three are operational, you can take that fuel substrate and convert it to TP, adenosine triphosphate. That term is unimportant. However, you must recognize that fuel is not energy until it can be converted into a usable form. ATP is the money of energy. And, despite the fact that we have millions upon trillions of pieces of TP, it is incredibly short-lived. If you execute an all-out sprint and cease creating TPs entirely, you have around 3 seconds to survive until you run out of TPs. As a result, the body must constantly maintain, remanufacture, and process this. The brain requires stimulation as the following step. And why is this so significant? Because the body is always breaking down and rebuilding. And although we commonly think of the buildup as good and the collapse as bad, both are part of the same cycle. It is the breakdown that enables us to replace old cells with new fresh cells, and we constantly break things down. But, if we don't stimulate the tissue, if we don't utilize the tissue, why should the body repair it? So the stimulation is the cause of the buildup, and we've all heard the adage use it or lose it. That simply indicates that the body degrades. However, there is no purpose to repair it if there is no stimulus. Then there are the items that produce issues for the brain, interfering with its functioning and making it difficult to complete tasks. They'll fall into 3 key groups. The apparent one is a lack of energy. Inflammation is the second cause, while signal disruption is the third. And we'll show you some instances of them. So you can see how they fit together. When it comes to energy, we may have an issue with energy production. So, first and foremost, we need a substrate, something from which to generate energy. And it includes the calories, fuel, fat, and carbohydrates. And they may either be consumed or removed from the body. If we have the substrate, but don't have the matches, there might be a shortage of nutrients. We are still unable to set fire to it, which would be vitamins and minerals. The next one is a little amusing since I saw a few other lists of what people felt we should take for brain fog. They suggested that we consume more antioxidants. Consider what we just discussed about the requirement to oxidize food in order to get energy. We have the substrate, but we won't be able to generate energy until we oxidize it. The phrase antioxidants should give you a hint that just because we've heard it a million times and it's in every article on what to eat and how to become healthy that we need more antioxidants doesn't make it true. As a result, an antioxidant hinders energy production. When we consume genuine food, we achieve a certain equilibrium, and our bodies figure it out. We need some, but not too much. However, when we concentrate antioxidants and put them in a pill or capsule, we consume them by the bottle. We're receiving too much now. We're inhibiting energy creation, and they've done a lot of study on it. Many of the vitamins and antioxidants that you believe are beneficial to your health. They really provide no benefit and significantly shorten your life. So consume antioxidants in their natural form, foods that promote and offer precursors for your body's own endogenous generation of antioxidants like glutathione, rather than taking them in pill form. Then there's anemia. What difference does it make? Because anemia indicates a lack of red blood cells or a lack of high-quality red blood cells. So you can no longer move anything worth the oxygen. You can't burn a fire or generate energy if you don't have enough oxygen. Similarly, smoking is a kind of self-induced anemia because when you smoke, you breathe in carbon monoxide, which inhibits around 20% of your oxygen carrying capacity. As a result, you're 20% anemic. Because your body is mainly water, the minute you start smoking, and dehydration is also a typical cause of brain fog. As a result, the majority of chemical reactions in your body occur in an aqueous solution in water. So, if you're dehydrated, you don't have a level playing field for those chemical reactions to occur. And, of course, if you wish to rehydrate, remember that salt follows water. If you lost a lot of water, you probably also lost some salt and electrolytes. And then there's the possibility that we have enough substrate and the capacity to convert it to energy, but there's a difficulty with delivery. And this is something that most people do not consider when it comes to insulin resistance. What does it imply if you're insulin resistant? Insulin is responsible for transporting glucose into cells. It does not, however, function if you are insulin resistant. So now the glucose cannot enter the cell, and the fuel cannot enter the cell as it should. This also occurs in brain cells when you are insulin resistant and your brain is insulin resistant. Your brain is no longer receiving nourishment. Another reason to go low carb is that ketones may enter the brain without the aid of insulin. So you can get some energy, some fuel in there to convert to energy without using insulin. And dementia is frequently referred to as type 3 diabetes, indicating how strong and devastating the process is. Energy supply may also be connected to a lack of metabolic flexibility. So, if you have a metabolic disorder, please like and subscribe. If you liked this video,